We are back. I don't actually remember like what things we need to do. So we've got, let's see, some Cerberus stuff, Citadel stuff. We could go do a couple of the little missions that we need, like the automated turret schematics. Oh, well, that's on the Citadel. Krogan DMZ, okay. Resistance movement. Getting them Cerberus intel. Heat unit stabilizers. Looking. Binning, okay. Some of this we'll just get to naturally, but I need to go kind of explore the map. Let's see. Let's open up my... so I can see the chat. Let's go talk to Trainer.
Commander, come to check on your new recruit?
Yeah.
Just wanted to see how you were doing.
Still trying to get my bearings. When I was working on the Normandy's upgrades, I left at the end of the day. I didn't even have a toothbrush or a change of clothing until I made some emergency purchases on the Citadel.
Mimi's here. Aren't you, Mimi? Are you a good girl? Yeah.
Next time you need something, just ask. You're not alone here.
Oh, it's no trouble, Commander. I'm sure you have larger concerns.
We can put in a requisition order.
My toothbrush is a Cision Pro Mark 4. It uses tiny Mass Effect fields to break up plaque and massage the gums. It costs 6,000 credits.
She must have a very clean mouth.
You're on your own with that.
In any event, I appreciate you giving me the chance to stay.
Excellent tooth health.
Anything else?
Where are you from originally?
A colony in the Terminus systems, actually. Though I studied on Earth, at Oxford. My parents were from London. They loved Earth, but they wanted the freedom a colony life could offer. If they stayed in London, I imagine they'd be dead right now.
A lot of people back on Earth
Hi,
are still
Taylor.
alive and counting on us.
Quite true, Commander.
Mimi says hi.
You worked in Alliance R&D?
Yes. You'd think quantum entanglement would make communication easy, but imagine incorporating multiple incoming sources and then networking them with extrapolations.
Mimi,
of
Taylor says that they love you.
Situation GUI.
How you feel?
Exciting challenge.
You love them?
Yeah. For me, anyway.
How'd you end up in the military anyway?
My family didn't have money for university. When the Alliance saw my aptitude scores, they offered me a full scholarship. I served my required years after graduation and decided to stay. I really like the challenges of the lab. Although, I'm sure I'll grow to love frontline service as well.
I'm surprised you're worrying about a toothbrush. We got bigger problems right now.
Oh, believe me. Seeing the Reapers on Earth was terrifying. But I won't help anybody by bursting into tears here in the CIC, will I? Being here on the Normandy helps. If anyone in the galaxy can stop the Reapers, it's you. And if flagging your messages and managing strategic intel helps you in any way, then it's worth it.
Carry on, Specialist.
Okay. There's some stuff in the Krogan DMZ, supposedly, that we need to get. but I don't think it's in this section because nothing's popping up, and the Reapers aren't coming. So, oh no, Mimi, don't sneeze. No, Mimi.
Signal confirmed.
Oh yeah. Pick up some assets. Oh, there it is, there it is, there it is. Okay, ooh. Once Rothlo was large ice store for the statistics listed below. In the waning years of the Krogan rebellions, it was shattered into fields of debris by what is assumed to have been the test of an exotic weapons system. In the wake of the event, the planetoid was reduced to a relatively contained field of thousands of tiny moonlets, rotating around one another, colliding and ricocheting. The method used to destroy the planetoid has never been deduced. The Krogan clan who performed the experiment apparently all died in the event. Ships that have traveled to the edge of the event's light cone observed a moment of extreme gravitational lensing around Rafa immediately before its breakup, but no other clues. A popular extranet meme put forward by Asari author Dulce Orthiusa insists that the Turians are covering up the existence of a Krogan superbiotic breed that was genetically engineered with Rothla. The CDM enforces quarantine around the Rothla field, citing cases of amateur investigators whose ship came to grief in a debris field. I've never read that lore, but it's very good. Oh shit, I didn't do the scan. Why am I dumb? I just read about it and left. Yuck, yuck. I love imagining just Asari memes. Memes in general. Wet squad. Yuck.
Evasion successful.
Okay, what's in Nith? Whoa, that is a big sun. Okay, debris. Got that. Ooh, okay, 100%. Nice. Nice. We did it. We got all the stuff in the DMZ. Why sun's so big? I don't know. It was very large though. It said I'm gonna take up the whole of this galaxy. Or I guess system, not galaxy. Where's the kite? Oh, we already got all that, okay. Hades Gamma. What's over here? These are just Cerberus lab things. I don't want to do the Cerberus stuff right now. As exciting as that is. I guess we could do one fighter base or abductions. They're not very exciting, but alas. Oh, it's Noveria. We've been here. Garby says, no more snow. Please. Sorry, baby, we gotta go. Ooh, 12 points? Delicious. Yes. Yeah. Nice. Okay. 4 for Garby. Let's do the proximity mine. Ooh, he's got so much. I have not used him like at all. Vengeful Ancient.
Commander, the enemy has a strategic advantage in this sector thanks to the fighter squadron facility you're about to attack. We want to seize it, but their air defenses are too strong for a frontal assault. Losses would be too cost prohibitive.
How do you want me to handle this?
Go in the back, bring down their defenses so we can send in the troops. Good luck, Commander.
I have visual contact. There's a small platform above the main landing pad. I can drop you there, but it's gotta be now.
Let's do it.
Oh, it's this one. Okay. This one's not too bad.
Commander, you'll have to find the command center to take down their defenses.
Keep an eye out for the command center.
Ah, F.
The enemy has returned.
Where are they? Rude. Thank you. Don't mind if I do. That felt good. Not gonna lie. Felt great. Oh, hello. Oop, here they come.
We found the control center. Damn it. This'll take a while.
Commander, you've got enemies inbound and we can't wait. Someone's got to get those defenses down ASAP.
Javik, take the controls.
Save some of them from me.
Be ready, Commander. You're gonna get swarmed.
He loves to kill.
Commander, I've been flushed from cover. Retreating to minimum safe distance.
No problem.
Where are they going?
Cortez, get out of there.
We'll wait for your all clear, then relay to the strike force.
Oh, F. That was so fast.
Just bring down their
I'm gonna die. No dying, please.
Commander, shutdown requires a synchronized command.
Got it.
Commander, the enemy is deploying to the landing pad.
And that's where we need to go.
Great. Super. Love that for us. I'm about to kill this biatch. Oh, F. Is this a turret? Mistakes were made. Oh, God. Mistakes were made. Oh, I did a whoopsie. That was a bad move. Damn them to hell. Okay. This time we're gonna play a little smarter and a little less loose. God damn it. I hate it when they do that when you try to flush you out. Rude. It's rude and I don't appreciate it. Whoa. Ooh, no. I'm getting shot. I'm getting shot. Okay. We can survive this. We can do this. Who's this? Oh. Okay, that guy's dead. Okay, that a-hole needs to go.
I'm critical.
We did it.
Cortez, I read you. Come in.
Proximity. Alert. Deploying armed response.
An Atlas. Terrific.
Give it everything you got.
Let's go!
Anyone wounded?
It is dead.
Just the usual minor flesh wound.
Copy that, Lieutenant.
Great. We did it.
This was a major victory, Commander. A crippling blow to Cerberus operations in this sector. Now all we have to do is maintain control of the facility.
Cerberus won't make that easy.
And we won't make it easy on them. Thanks to you, we can use their own defenses against them. Tell your team they did good, Commander. You should be proud.
Thank you, sir.
That's all. Hack it out.
Okay. We're doing pretty good. Alright. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
We could be on the front lines. Why'd they got us guarding the door anyway? He's gonna break regs right now.
War makes people stupid. Besides, you talked with Moreau?
Damn. Okay, I guess we gotta be ready for anything to come through that door.
Seems like something they should brief you on before you sign up to be on here.
Adams would like to speak with you down in engineering.
Okay. Maybe later. Right. Nothing? Alright. I'm gonna scan a little and then I think we're gonna go to the Citadel. Okay. Let's go to Plutus.
Signal confirmed.
Hello. Special Ops Team Zeta. Cool. And the 103rd Marine Division.
Reapers eluded.
Oh, okay.
Faster than light jump.
Got 100% of that. Go to Diz. What can I say? I love playing my little game of cat and mouse with the Reapers.
I found something.
Ooh. Credits. Okay. I was hoping for a little more than that, but alright. Set 50%. Ah!
Evasion successful.
Ah, dag.
Reapers eluded.
Here we go, here we go. This is probably just fuel. Yep. That's fine. I just needed the stuff.
Faster
I just
than
want
light
that
jump successful.
100%. Now let's go to Farinata. Marinara.
Signal confirmed.
Alliance Frigate Agincourt. Alliance First Fleet. Nice. Got a couple of things. Go get this fuel. And hightail it out of here. Whoa, didn't realize there were some over there. Whoa!
Evasion successful.
Cacus. Beautiful name. Alright.
I found something.
Hello. Credits. Better than nothing.
Reapers eluded. Faster than light jump successful. Signal confirmed.
It's a lot of credits. Just need to get the last little part. Okay. Damn it. They got me.
Signal confirmed.
I'm glad it didn't make me do all of them over. That would have sucked. Adios. Okay. Well, I guess we'll just go to the Citadel because there's nothing else to do. I was just kind of trying to avoid it because Trace isn't here, but I don't know if Trace is coming tonight. Okay. I know.
Alliance Control, this is SSV Normandy. Are we clear to descend? Alliance Control, this is Normandy. We're headed to Bay 1-4, Zakara Ward. Are we clear to descend? What the hell's going on down there? Even if there were a station malfunction, they'd have backups online. I got a bad feeling here. Checking emergency channels. Hey, yeah, this is Joker. Uh-huh. Yeah, no kidding. Commander, there's a communication from Thane. He says it's important. I think you'll want to hear this.
Put him through.
Shepard, the Citadel is under attack. Cerberus troops are everywhere and they're in control of the docks.
Are you safe?
No, I had to evade their commandos at the hospital. I'm in a Presidium storefront.
Did Ashley make it out?
We got separated. She said she had to protect the Council. I'm going to CSEC headquarters.
Why CSEC headquarters?
I just texted them, so.
And CSEC's response depends on it. As long as Cerberus is holding the headquarters, they have the station.
All right, Joker. Get us away from the docks and close to CSEC HQ. We'll deploy in the shuttle.
Aye, aye, Commander.
You didn't miss a lot. So Cerberus has taken over the Citadel. We were trying to hail them and we didn't get any sort of answer. So Thane was like, hey, CSEC is in disarray. Cerberus has taken over the station. Blah, blah, blah. So that's where we're at. The guest of honor. Yeah, I was like, I feel bad. I was trying to avoid doing anything plot based until you got here, and I was like, I don't know if they're coming. So I was just doing some stupid Cerberus missions that I didn't care about. Okay. Listen, you've never played it, and I'm having such a good time living vicariously through you, experiencing it for the first time. Also, I just love this game, so. Okay. Oh no, Bailey!
Okay, people, coming in hot. Get to cover.
On it!
Cerberus sucks. Where am I going? What am I doing? Like how I was like, get to cover! And then I immediately was just like, oh, well, okay. I just got blown up. That's cool. I should take my own advice. Alright. Let's get to cover. I guess. Ugh. I just love chaos. This asshole. Oh, damn it. Okay. Ugh. This guy's the worst. I'm killing your dad. How do you like that, turret, you little bitch? I killed your father. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Okay. This is fine. I'm doing great. That was kind of sad. Murdered the turret and his dad, yeah. What can I say?
Ah, Shepard! Shepard, I saw those Cerberus troops on you. I thought you were done for.
Bailey, what are you doing here?
Getting my ass shot off trying to retake headquarters. Cerberus took it in the first push. We gotta kick them out of there. Everyone in C-Sec's flying blind without the network.
Ah, Shepard!
Do you know if the counselors are alive?
They split up. I'll know more if I can access the terminal inside.
Can you get us in?
I'll get the door. If no one interrupts me with a bullet this time.
No promises.
Here we go. CSAT network access, courtesy of Cerberus.
How's that gonna help?
Cerberus has control of the main channels, but I can set up a new one. Without
He
it,
do
our
be.
people have no plan and no chance. Hello.
What have you got?
A warning from Counselor Valern. He's supposed to be here meeting with the Executor. Be on guard. The likelihood of betrayal from within is high. Not a lot else. But if he's inside...
Why would the counselor be meeting with the Executor?
Usually it means someone big's about to be prosecuted. I guess that someone had Cerberus friends.
The counselor mentioned Udina. But that's insane. Does he even have this kind of pull?
Well, you know who'd have the answer to that? The Counselor.
One counselor's better than zero. Where am I headed?
He could be in the Executor's office. It's a fairly defensible position.
I'm on it.
Just a sec. There. Now we can talk by Omnitool. Go.
Alright, Bibs, let's go!
Yes. I'm nearing the building, but running is difficult. I'll try to get to you.
No saving, alright. Right? I'm like, Udina sucks, and he's always sucked. Like, are we actually surprised by the idea that Udina would betray us? The mean gray man? Yes, the mean gray man. The man that looks like a wad of tissues? Yeah, that man. Him? Betray us? It's more likely than you think. Ah, F. There he is, little engineer a-hole. Alright. Oh my god. Oh. Got more. Alright, cool. Love that for us. Shoot him in the knee. Alright. Is there more? Okay. Are they glitching and just not coming down here? I'm confused. Come here, you big idiot. Thank you. Don't have time for you.
Dug in.
I can see more through the cameras. They're all over the station.
Entry wounds in the back of the head. Looks like a surprise, not an execution. We've got hardcore traitors here.
Same as Mars. Cerberus likes their sleeper agents.
Cool.
Security doors have been sealed for your protection.
Sprinklers. Can't see anything. That was satisfying. I hate turrets. Alright, is there anything? I just slammed... yeah, I slammed myself into the box. It was going to turn into a turret. He was basically setting it up, and I said no. And then I did the big boy slam, and I made the engineer throw up, basically. Thank you. Go to sleep. Night night. You big dumb turkey. Your fruit frog. Oh, I'm so excited.
Any survivors in there?
It's like
Not
Christmas.
Damn it. Keep looking.
Taylor has a goth frog, and now they're gonna have a fruit frog.
Richfield! Lamont! You alive?
You are hindering our ability to surprise the enemy.
If gunfire doesn't put them on notice, I sure won't.
I'm so excited for your big boy frog. Personal log, Armando Owen Bailey, Entry 1. Warn Herc that if he doesn't fill out his reports properly, I'm kicking his ass from one end of the Citadel to the other. Entry 2. Reschedule meeting with customs analyst about cargo weight discrepancies over the last year. Don't let him wriggle out of that again, damn it. Entry 3. Reports of undesirables getting on station illegally. Have biometrics systems calibrated again. Entry 4. Kick Herc's sorry ass from one end of the Citadel to the other. I guess he's not filling out his reports properly. Listen. Herc's doing the best he can, okay? Oh. Don't need to. Whoa, okay, why am I hopping around? Super, okay. Satisfying.
We've got to be close now.
Yeah, there's a stairwell further on. Executor's office is right above it. Let's hope we're not too late.
Okay. Whoa, he blew up. That was kind of cool. If not, a little gross. Is there anything back here? No. Okie dokie. Hello. Okay. Good times. Executor's office. Go up here.
Bailey, looks like they got the Executor and 2 Solarian bodyguards.
Damn, alright, keep searching. If you don't see the counselor's body, don't count him out yet.
Found him. He looks unharmed.
Get him somewhere safe.
Aw, dadgummit.
Don't even think about it.
Shepard, he's going to kill us all.
That remains to be seen.
He's staging a coup. He's got the other counselors now to hand over to Cerberus.
3 on 1, pal. It's over.
No. No, it's fun.
Kyling looks like he's into NFTs. True. Thane, no! Oh, no, Thane. Oh, Thane's still trying to shoot him.
How bad is it?
I have time. Catch him.
I don't know why we let Thane do that by himself.
Thane needs medical help fast, and I need to take care of an assassin.
He must be going after the rest of the council.
Get the word out. Udina's trying to seize power. I've got to get to the councilors.
They're being taken to a shuttle pad on the Presidium. Start driving. I'll try to raise them on the comm.
Are we really just gonna leave Thane here by himself?
I've got a fix on the council's position. I'm sending it to your car.
Good work, Bailey. We're almost there.
True words have never been spoken. He is like the dad that tries to carry too much. Who cares? That's not very cash money of you, Kai Lang. The C-Sec car is about to get fucked up.
Shepard, my instruments say your car's stopped.
I'm on foot now. Any luck contacting the council?
Negative, their guards are dead. But we've still got vital signs on the council's transponders.
Oh my god, all these dead people.
The shuttle pad from Shelmar Plaza. Udina.
I'm on foot now. Like, okay. I am no longer in a car.
On my way.
There they are. Man.
They don't like to hold still, do
Nope, not quite. Okay. Okay, got him. It was looking dicey there for a sec, but I got him.
They sealed it behind them.
All these dead people. It's very sad. Okay. I never get to just kind of like look at the Citadel. The idea that there are like birds and animals and stuff that live on the Citadel is wild to me. It's like the idea of there being like a mall or something that they... Although, isn't there a mall in Dallas that has ducks that live in it? I feel like that's not humane. Maybe they're fine, I don't know.
I'm at Shelmar Plaza. Where's the council?
In an elevator. You're trying to get to the shuttle dock. Someone's falling out. Someone with a sword.
Ooh, he getting close. Ugh. Truly, he fears no man nor machine. Come on, pop up. No? Alright.
Okay, I'm in the shaft.
Hang on. This'll be a fast climb.
Tell me that assassin hasn't reached the council.
He's trying. But I'm making his elevator stop on every floor.
Nice. I found our friend.
Kill his elevator. There's a power conduit beneath it.
Good riddance.
Bye-bye.
Incoming phantoms.
Cute.
He's on his way up. I can't stop him.
Super.
I'll handle it.
Here they come!
Where? Where? Which way? Which way? Oh, there they are. Oh. Bye.
Jump!
What was that?
Gunman, get down! Go! Damn it! Cerberus hit the shuttle. Everybody back to the elevator. Shepard?
Shepard's blocking our escape. She's with Cerberus.
Udina, let me handle this. Shepard, guns down.
I've come for Udina. You don't have to get involved.
Yes, I do. I'm all that's left.
We don't have time to negotiate. You've been fooled, all of you. Udina's behind this attack. The Solarian Counselor confirmed it.
Please, you have no proof. You'll never do.
There are Cerberus soldiers in the elevator shaft behind us. If you open that door, they'll kill you all.
We've mistrusted Shepard before, and it did not help us.
Yeah.
We don't have time to debate this. We're dead if we stay out here. I'm overriding the lock.
Stand down. We don't want to be shot by your own Marine.
Ash, you know the stakes. You've got to trust me. I'm a lot of things, but an underhanded assassin isn't one of them. Where does that put you?
Udina, step back from the console.
To hell with this.
Gun!
Bye, Dina.
Get the council back and cover that door.
The door!
Bailey.
Made it as fast as we could, Shepard. Looks like you took care of things.
Something's not right. You said Cerberus was targeting us. Where did their soldiers go?
Cerberus was right here, but they beat feet into the Keeper tunnels when they figured out we were coming. Sorry, Counselor, I'll say it plain. Shepard just saved the lot of you.
And you have saved my life twice now, Shepard. I owe you both a personal debt, and one on behalf of Palaven.
You don't owe me anything, Counselor. Times like this, we all stand together.
That is not what I meant to say. I was just gonna be like, cool.
Man would do this.
No.
Sounds good.
I don't.
I wish I'd said
But
about time. About time.
All right, people. Principals are evacuated. We got a tunnel and 1 million more places to secure. Move it.
Yes. Things didn't go as planned. The Council's still in control of the Citadel and Udina's dead.
Udina was expendable.
Now what?
There are other plans in motion. I'll fill you in when you return. I'm surprised you let Shepard get the better of you, Ling.
It won't happen again.
We'll see.
We looked over every centimeter of those tunnels, Shepard. Your Cerberus pal is made out of smoke and mirrors.
But these are tunnels, right? Just one exit and one entrance.
No, that Keeper tunnel from the elevator lobby led into the superstructure. Once you're in there, the place is like an ant farm. We can't even get an ID on him. He released a VI into the Citadel system that erased footage of him wherever he went. I guess he didn't trust that Udina's plan would come together. That reminds me, we got your friend Thane into Huerta Memorial. He's in for surgery. Apparently, there's complications.
Do you think he'll make it?
I caught that they didn't have much drill blood on the Citadel. I notified his next of kin, his son Koliat. He was the right blood type, but I don't know if he made it in time. We're pretty sure the route to the hospital is safe from Cerberus if you want to see him. I'd go now.
I'll get on it.
Oh, and you can tell him the Solarian counselor says he's a hero. They just, I don't know, make things easier for him?
I don't know if that's really gonna help Thane, but thanks for that, Bailey. Is there anything I need to talk to Bailey about?
So many pieces to put back together since the Cerberus attack. We're reeling from the implications. Udina in league with Cerberus trying to murder the Council. These are dark days for all of us.
You got your work cut out for you.
You and me both, Shepard.
I'll talk to him a little later. Let's go check the Spectre. Nothing new, okay. Get this for Garrus.
This is a problem, boss. Cerberus has changed their ciphers, and our code breakers aren't getting anywhere at the moment. I've got our best teams working in shifts on it, but ensuring Citadel systems integrity is just gonna take time. If we can get some of their field encryption tools, maybe sample ciphers. I understand. Keep trying.
Nope, okay. Why are Turians hot?
My wife was just sent back to active duty, and I'm about to get shipped out too. I was told you might be able to help me.
They hit where? Damn it. How are we supposed to predict the moves of an enemy we never met?
Y'all are in my way.
I can analyze? No? Well, then they'll keep out the
Joint Turian Krogan force has landed on a road in an attempt to retake the rules of the world for Reaper forces. The Blue Suns, Eclipse, and Bloodpack mercenary gangs have unexpectedly announced that they have united to help fight the Reapers.
Spectre status recognized. One moment, please.
I was making sure there wasn't anybody we were supposed to give stuff to.
I'm seeing it here too. We're low on metagel and synthetic blood, and we don't have enough volunteers. If we could get the rings of Illume from the Salian Nebula, we could declare a cultural crisis. People would have to listen.
She's got this glow. And the Reapers. They did to her what they do to everyone. She's covered in, I don't know, glowing. She reaches out. Her eyes go black. And she touches one of the farmers, and he just dies. They panic. She rips them apart. Sometimes touching, sometimes opening them up with biotics. The humans are turning into liquid. And I'm there, in my towel with no gun. And husks start pouring through the door. Goddess. So I ran.
That had to be so scary. So many people got hurt. Okay. Go drop off some stuff and then go see Thane.
There's got to be something. I don't know what Cerberus was packing, but we're going to lose this patient.
Without a new treatment plan, we're stuck, and I can't think of anything beyond what we've already tried.
I know, but I can't think of anything else. Can you?
I miss Morden too. Morden's a nice man, and I miss him.
Palaven is very busy, but this is one of your own generals. He was stabbed with a poisoned blade by a Cerberus soldier during the attack on the city. Who are we to choose who lives or dies? That's not what we do. We help our patients, all of them.
That's a nice sentiment, but it won't help when we run out of supplies. I've seen this happen in combat before. And we will run out of supplies.
We're fighting right now to protect the people you're talking about. If you let these people die, that fight is for nothing.
It's not that simple. If we aren't careful about this now, we'll end up losing everyone.
Then we'll find a way. Look, we have more fortunate patients, right?
Yes. And I hate to say it, but the fortunate ones have far better survival odds.
And more credits. So we asked them for donations, to get more supplies, for those without credits.
What? Are you saying what I think you're saying? That's... You know, that actually might work.
I wish. I wish that actually worked in real life.
Can I help you?
I'm looking for a Drell named Thane Krios.
He would love the seashell that you gave him.
Well, we have a Drell, but not under that name.
He was injured. Stab wound. He's a regular patient here.
It's all right, it's all right. I see.
Don't make me get my fists
Doctors
out!
were able to repair a lot of the trauma. However, Mr. Krios is in the final stages of Keprel syndrome. At its worst, Keprel syndrome interferes with his blood's ability to carry oxygen. And he lost a lot. Now, they've given him transfusions, but frankly, there was a very limited supply of Drell blood on the Citadel.
I'll get more. Give me his blood type.
That's not going to work. Only one other Drell on the station is a match, and that Drell is in with him now. We did all we could to help him through surgery, but his body can't replace lost blood with new cells. Too much shock. His son, Koliat, he's in there saying his goodbyes. You might want to say yours.
Commander Shepard, my father mentioned you were no longer incarcerated. I don't know if you remember me. I'm Koliat Krios. I came to donate blood and, well, he asked me to take off his oxygen mask so he could be comfortable. I don't think it will be very long.
Your father helped me save a lot of lives. I'd like to be here.
Of course.
Commander.
Hi, DM.
I'm afraid I won't be joining you again.
You've done more than
Made
enough.
it just in time for a sad scene.
That assassin should be embarrassed. A terminally ill Drell managed to stop him from reaching his target.
I'll pass the word along.
There is something I must do before it gets worse. I must... Kalahira, mistress of inscrutable depths, I ask forgiveness. Kalahira, whose waves wear down stone and sand.
Kalahira, wash the sins from this one and set him on the distant shore of the infinite spirit.
Koliat, you speak as the priests do.
Yep.
You have been spending time with them.
The best time.
I brought a prayer book. Commander, would you care to join me? Kalahira, this one's heart is pure, but beset by wickedness and contention.
Guide this one to where the traveler never tires. The lover never leaves. The hungry never starve. Guide this one, Kalahira, and she will be a companion to you as she was to me. Koliat. Why did the last verse say she?
The prayer was not for him, Commander. He has already asked forgiveness for the lives he has taken. His His wish was for you.
Sad.
Goodbye, Thane. You won't be alone long.
Makes me sad because Thane didn't have like any friends really until the very just Thane tears. I'm sorry. I haven't watched Euphoria, but I've heard there's a lot of feelings. So sad. Makes me sad because Thane was like, you're the only friend I've had in like, I don't know, 15 years. I'm just like, bro, don't tell me that. Don't say that to me. He had his best good friend and his son there, and it's just so sad.
I got out of that farm and into the hills. I pulled the farm girl after me. All I wanted to do was live through the night.
Nobody else could have done more.
But morning came and no shuttle. Afternoon and then night, hiding from husks and those Turian things.
The file says the evacuation team thought your position was overrun.
So after 2 days, I still don't have a gun, because those Turian things, you can't use theirs. I realize that shuttle isn't coming, not unless I get back to the farm and my radio.
And the farm girl?
She was with me. Even killed a few husks. With a stick.
Thane's Romance, I actually watched it the other day because I was really curious, and it just felt like there should have been way more content, because he's gone before even the, like, halfway mark of ME3. It's just not okay. It's not okay. Let's go to Purgatory.
Now arriving at ward level, Purgatory.
You do not understand.
BioWare loves to hurt people. And then you had to go back to Liara. Fuck aftercare. Yep. I'm gonna hurt you, and I'm not gonna apologize at all.
No, the problem is that our people are terrible at making war.
Jack!
This sucks. What have you got there? Duty roster for the students.
It's what I do for fun now.
They've got us spread out across Alliance units. Reinforcing barriers, modding ammo, that kind of thing. How are they holding up? They're fine. They're not the ones reading duty rosters while on shore leave. Complain if you like, but I think military life suits you. Hey, running to the Alliance was your lifelong dream, not mine. Come on, plenty of combat, free room and board, and people you can depend on. Yeah. Maybe your little suicide squad taught me something about teamwork. Speaking of which, thanks. My guys are handling the support stuff well. Still see some action, but they're not on the front lines. They've saved a lot of lives. It'd be a hell of a lot more fun with you. You find bigger fights. But the little shits are useless without me. I gotta stick
Ooh,
with
are you
them.
gonna make elote ramen or just regular ramen?
Apparently. I blame you for this, Shepard. Come on. What? The duty rosters can wait. Right now, you're on shore leave.
Time to do some bad dancing. Is that Edie? That sounds good.
Shepard, everybody knows you can't dance.
Protein. We had lasagna for dinner.
I miss Afterlife.
Anyhow, thanks for
I'm curious. What material is your face made from? This
surface is a flexible biomimetic nanomaterial over a metallic skull. The skin uses shear thickening technology to help protect the central processing unit in the head. If the skin is struck or shot, it solidifies to absorb the impact. It also is capable of limited self-healing.
And what about the hair?
It is of similar construction. For defense, I have set it to cohere into a solid piece. However, for infiltration purposes, it can be parted into individual strands. If it has recently been exposed to water, I generally can't do a thing with it. If I'm not needed to answer an inquiry, I would like some time alone.
Jeez, okay. Damn, Edie. Time to dance. What is this lady doing? What is Shepard doing? This is my cool signature move. Okay. Let's get a drink. Giving Edie the business dance. Alright. Let's go talk to these Turians, because I think I got their flag or whatever they were wanting. Nope, I didn't. Okay, cool. Oh, I have to be careful about this. Okay.
All it took was a Cerberus attack on the Citadel to get folks around here to pay attention to the war.
How's this any different from normal?
Can't you see the desperation? This isn't happy dancing. This is forget my problems dancing. Look at the arms. If a guy waves his arms like that, he's worrying about a lot more than looking stupid on the dance floor.
That's surprisingly observant.
I've had time to watch a lot of dancing from the sidelines. Speaking of which...
Dancing?
Watching from the sidelines. What do you think about me and Edie?
Okay, so I have accidentally hit this before, and it made me feel so uncomfy. Because it makes him feel very uncomfy.
Why not?
Because I could break a bone just from some light over-the-clothes action?
It's always a risk. But then so are the Reapers.
Yeah, I wasn't planning on dating Harbinger.
You know what I mean. If we all ended up dead this time tomorrow, what would you regret?
Getting a shattered pelvis. And a broken heart. Such a stupid idea.
If you could be out there right now on the dance floor, would you be waving your arms?
Yeah.
Sounds like you got bigger things to worry about than looking stupid.
Yeah, guess I do.
Go out there and shatter your pelvis.
Excuse me.
Alright, we've done our duty here. Duty.
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination. One moment, please.
Yeah, he did. He did just basically, he was like, should I date the ship? And we said, yeah, do it. Date Edie. Go for it. Will you regret it if you don't? And he was like, yeah. And we were like, yeah, okay, well then do it. Some jellyfish? Yes, I think so.
Kanala Exports is pleased to offer goods for security and peace of mind.
I don't really need any of this. Hi, Mimi. Are you coming to snuggle?
We appreciate your visit.
Enemies to lovers. You called it, Trace. I didn't want to spoil it, but you did call it.
Don't be left out in the cold. Ask about our full service warranties.
Thank you.
I don't want Cerberus armor.
Listen, I thought of something. No, it can't wait until we're back on duty. The hysteria here.
Oh man, someone died there, huh? Wounded Batarian. Okay. Ooh, Spectre Terminal updated. Hot dog.
These are control schematics for Cerberus turrets. Will these help?
Damn right.
I hate the
Love
turrets.
E-crimes. Dig into them. Might even help us find the little present Cerberus left for us. Thanks a lot. This is gonna save lives.
You want my security vids? Bring me a warrant.
You stonewalling me? Those vids could be vital to the war effort.
I doubt the Reapers have agents doing business in my cafe.
We're at war. If you care about the safety of the Citadel, you'll help CSEC however you can.
Thank you.
I have some high-profile customers. If word gets out that I'm ratting them out to CSEC.
You think I care about insider trading, electronic smuggling right now? I'm after the bastards who attacked the Citadel. Nobody else. You got my word on it.
All right. Just... I hope it helps.
A cab, but, you know.
Damn it. If we'd kept digging a few hours longer, we'd have gotten the obelisk of Karza. I know the Hades Nexus is off limits. I'm not an idiot. Damn it, the Alliance.
Welcome to Casa Fabrication Weapons.
A cab, except for turrets.
For the best in the business, come to Casa. Casa Fabrication
I'm literally just looking for models and fish. That's all I'm doing.
Welcome to Nosastra Sporting Goods. Thank you for shopping at...
Oh man, we have some business here. Okay.
Excuse me. I'm sorry. You need to hear this.
Blue Rose of Ilium. If these humble words reach you, then I have joined my ancestors.
No, no, no.
My dream was to be by your side, a weed beside your beauty, twining together in the warm Tuchanka sun.
Oh, Char.
But if my last days must be with Krant instead of kindness, still I will remember the perfume of your scent and the soft touch of your petals. Let my broken bones build a wall around your garden, so you and the flower we planted together can grow safe and strong.
Thank you. I should... I need to go.
That's just too sad. That's the couple we helped get together in ME2 on Ilium. Why is it so sad? Why? Liara, I'm gonna talk to you after I look for fish. Whoa.
Right to defend themselves.
If you start selling weapons to everyone on the Citadel, CSEC will shut this whole place down.
CSEC couldn't protect us when Cerberus attacked. I'll take him to court.
You think a court is going to want more people running with guns right now?
Would a bunch of civilians shooting at anything that moves make the Citadel safer?
The commander's right. Maybe if the council organizes a civilian militia with training. Otherwise, they'll just panic and get the...
Welcome to
Yeah, just get themselves killed.
I just want people to be safe.
I know, but second-guessing CSEC isn't the way.
Agor Munitions. For deals you never see coming.
Agor Munitions.
Welcome to Cipertine Armory.
We appreciate your
I
visit.
just want more models. This is how I'm dealing with the war.
Hello, Shepard.
Okay, I guess we're not gonna talk. That's fine. That's fine. I don't even care. I don't even care,
Commander
Liara.
Shepard, do you have a minute?
Can I help you?
Jordan Knowles, E-Crimes. It's an honor to meet you, Commander.
Hi, Mimi.
I've got a saboteur hacking key systems, power, communications.
Did I shock
It's
you?
bad.
I'm sorry.
If you've got time to help, check out this console.
Got it. Looks like a collection of access codes.
They're Batarian diplomatic codes, from back when they had an embassy on the Citadel. If you can use your Spectre access to find them, I can shut them down.
I can access restricted intel at the Spectre office in the embassy. If I find anything, I'll let you know.
Okay.
We have to keep enforcing the law. Same as always. Without that, everything goes to hell.
Look at Paladin, my friend. We're in hell. We should be looking for terrorists. The rest can take care of itself.
So the bar fights, the drunken disorderlies down by that purgatory place?
How does cracking down on that crap help us win the war? People need to blow off steam right now.
And how does letting the misdemeanors go help the war?
Less time spent on the light stuff means the Citadel has more money for defense.
Everyone on the Citadel knows we're at war now. Cerberus caught C-Sec by surprise last time. You need to make sure that never happens again. I couldn't help but overhear your conversation. Maybe these heating stabilizer schematics could help.
I just don't understand why you're suddenly so conflicted.
Look, the assholes...
What's going on here?
I'm in position at C-Sec. Draw them away, and I'll move in and make the kill.
Don't answer that.
No, thank you. Is there something else I'm supposed to... No, okay. Just making sure there's not something else I'm supposed to do over here. Okay, I'm gonna go back to the Spectres thing, just to get some of that stuff done. Mimi, you guys such little paws.
Now arriving at Presidium Embassy.
Running. Nope. Don't want to go
There
there.
is
No.
anti-humanity conspiracy here, Ms. Al-Ghilani. The Council's simply not granting interviews at this time.
My viewers are going to know that C-Sec and the Council are denying them access.
Listen, lady, you think I like playing gatekeeper between the paparazzi and the politicians? I don't have time to babysit them, and I'm not here to hold your hand.
Well, I'm camping out until I'm granted an audience.
Fine. I hope you brought a sleeping bag.
Commander Shepard? Commander, humanity has questions.
Okay.
Damn press.
So you're keeping the peace?
Yeah, I feel like a glorified doorman. It's killing me about Earth.
You and me both.
I haven't been back in years. Now I may never. If this ain't the end of days, it's pretty damn close.
Talking to you always makes me feel warm and fuzzy, Bailey. You always know just what to say. Okay, just wanted to go check this, and then we're gonna go down to the docks. And then we will go do some other stuff. Alright, Tyrian access codes. With Spectre level access codes, it is possible to bypass standard security protocols and track top-level diplomatic dispatches. The location of consoles accessed using suspect ciphers will be uploaded to the Spectre's Omni tool and highlighted for easy detection. Okay. A Batarian patient named Gorak is located in a makeshift clinic in the temporary refugee camp in Docking Bay E24. He is suffering from undisclosed but severe injuries. Medical staff from Huerta Memorial Hospital have provided painkillers, but there is no viable long-term treatment. Because the Batarian hegemony refuses to share records, no data on Gorak is available prior to his arrival on the Citadel. Okay. Surveillance authorizations. CSEC has requested a number of surveillance warrants in an attempt to find evidence that would incriminate Cerberus informants on the Citadel. Officers have tapped public surveillance feeds but do not have legal access to private security feeds. Spectre authorization would enable CSEC to tap into business feeds without informing civilian agencies. Sure, whatever. CSEC has fielded requests for a civilian militia to defend the Citadel in the event of another attack. Many CSEC officers believe a militia would benefit the Citadel's state of readiness and improve morale, but they lack funds and clearance for the program. Spectre authorization would allow CSEC to begin training civilian volunteers using funds normally allocated to executive bonuses. Yep. Medical supplies. Originally meant for occupied zones have been rerouted to the Citadel because the Reaper invasion has made delivery impossible. The supplies are currently in lockdown on the docks, but we can be released to the Huerta Memorial Hospital under Spectre authority. Cool. Alright. That's done. Get them war assets. Last time I did not have a high enough score to get the ending I wanted. And this time we are not playing. We are not playing around. I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the ending I want.
Commander Shepard. Commander Shepard. Khalees had been seen in Al-Jalani. Isn't it true that you were on Earth when the Reapers attacked? How do you justify running away while millions of people on Earth die? Is that the best we can expect from the Alliance?
The temptation.
I came to get help for Earth. For everyone.
What about all the people suffering while you play politics with the Council? What about them? How can you stand here while our families die? What are you going to do?
Kalisa, we're doing everything we can.
Before they cut the feeds, there were so many dead.
I'm gonna stop the Reapers or die trying, but I need your help. Keep asking the hard questions. Don't let the Council forget about Earth.
I will. Thank you, Commander. We haven't always seen eye to eye, but I'm glad you're on our side.
I know most people like to punch her, but she's just scared. She's just scared and lashing out.
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination. One moment, please.
Right, Mimi? She's just scared.
Now arriving at Docking Bay E-24, emergency civilian housing.
The galaxy needs to understand what these refugees... Wait, aren't you Commander Shepard? Solik Vast, documentary maker. Please, maybe you can help. I'm trying to document the stories of the refugees coming to the Citadel. They're lost, their sacrifices.
The options are either like, be nice, or punch the shit out of her.
CSEC won't allow me on the docks. They say I'd be disruptive. But you could catch a few quick shots for me.
There are lots of refugees on the rest of the Citadel.
It won't have the same impact as seeing crowds trapped on the docks. We all need to help each other. I want this documentary to shock people into action.
I'm very excited to play this game. Trace, I love that you're like, I want to do all the Renegade things, because I struggle with the Renegade stuff.
Good idea. The galaxy should see what these refugees have been through.
Thank you, Commander. That's exactly what I'm hoping for. If you could just take a few shots with your Omni tool in the refugee camp. I'll be here when you're done.
Yes, that's just what this documentary needs.
Yeah, there's also an option to kill Morden. Yep. There's a lot of Renegade options that are a little rough. Little rough.
I'm waiting.
Wait. Great shot, Commander.
They put me on the rescue transport and said to wait for them here. They'll come find me as soon as they can.
I guess this is the safest place. Look, if anyone bothers you, let me know. I'll take care of them, okay?
Sure thing, sir. Thanks.
I love these two. This like teenage girl and this Turian being like, where are your parents? And she's like, oh, they're coming. And he's like, okay, well, if anybody's not nice to you, I need you to come tell me, okay? If anybody starts messing with you, tell me.
Please, we just need
Precious.
Hey, I've assumed full control of Eclipse, and we're committed to moving forward with Aria.
Excellent. That will really get people's attention. Thank you, Commander. That should be enough footage.
Damn it, I told you someone sabotaged the Metagel dispensers. No, if I knew who, I'd have had them arrested. It doesn't matter. What matters is that I've got Turian soldiers dying for lack of medication.
Some Academy also fell to the Reapers when Elysium was attacked. Alliance forces were able to evacuate all civilians.
I recovered your pillars of strength from the kite's nest. They're yours, waiting in Bay D-24.
Thank you. Right now, my people need any reminder of their faith they can get.
I'm not actually sure where Garby goes on the Citadel sometimes. Like, everyone else is findable, but not our man.
Restrictions when making a purchase. Stand strong for your people with Batarian State Arms.
Pressure's okay. No infection so far.
Can I talk to him?
Only if it's important, Commander. He's hurt bad. Take down the sedative a bit, but hurry. I peg his survival at 50-50.
Are you Gorek?
Go away. Nothing to say.
Not even what a terrorist's doing on the Citadel?
You!
Do I know you?
Every Batarian with someone on Eritol remembers your face.
Planet that got caught in the Alpha Relay explosion.
You butchered a colony, only regret. Don't have the strength to...
I destroyed Eritot's relay to stop the Reapers from pouring through.
Easy for you to claim now that they're here. Don't pretend you have any remorse.
You think I didn't feel guilty? I destroyed a colony. I've thought about the people who died, about how I couldn't warn them in time. In the end, I didn't have a choice. But I'm sorry, if that means anything.
If you're so remorseful, do you have any real guilt? Show some mercy. Unplug this machine. Let me join my family.
This doesn't seem legal, but okay. Yeah, I guess they're just sort of like, well, it was a 50-50 chance he was gonna die, so... Which is sort of callous, but, you know.
I have your footage.
Thank you, Commander. I'll start editing it right away.
Okay, there's that. Was there anything else in this area I needed to do? Oh, I guess we could go talk to James. Oops. Why is his life support unplugged? Oh well! Yep. That's pretty much exactly how it went. Commander Shepard was here. That must not be, like, connected at all.
I believe those are my credits.
Someone ate the last of the hummus. I have a guess.
Hey, Commander.
James, enjoying yourself?
Yeah.
Try not to lose everything. Those clothes are
and the avocado.
Have a little
Damn.
faith, Lola.
I have a little.
You just gonna stand there and watch?
Yep.
I don't believe it. Yeah, I'll take that.
Cerberus attempts to take control of the Citadel. C-Sec forces have killed the last invading forces.
The betrayal.
Spectre status recognized. Please select a destination. 1 moment, please. Now arriving at docking bay D-24.
Toy.
I've got your briefing, Private. Let's fill you in before the squad arrives. The Alliance is posting us to an eco-mining facility on Zani. It's a low-gravity planet, toxic atmosphere. You'll be expected to maintain full survival here. Any questions?
Go talk to Steve, then get back on our ship.
You finally made it off the Normandy.
Glad I did. Even with the chaos of all the refugees, seeing so many ships in flight is comforting. Gets me thinking. Hey, a Turian frigate. I think that's the PFS Havenkow.
What's one Turian warship doing at the Citadel?
Looking for dry dock, I bet. She's seen battle. Look at the waiver in her drive core emissions. Alone, limping, looking for a haven. Maybe it would have been better to just go down fighting, like their families back home.
Are you talking about the Turians or yourself?
I should have been there. With Robert.
But you weren't. You're alive. And that's a good thing.
Maybe so.
The lives of future generations rest on those Turian shoulders. On our shoulders. Nobody's given up. Not those Turians. Not me. Not you.
If anyone can pull this all together, it's you. And I'm with you.
Oops. Is that an Alliance cruiser? What's it doing here?
That's the SSV London. Decommissioned years ago. Look. No guns. Refugees must have salvaged her from a shipyard. Geneva-class cruisers always had eezo cores like granite.
People find a way to survive.
Do whatever it takes to see another day. Gotta let go. For real this time. The refugees here put up a memorial wall.
Steve, you're beating yourself up. It's only been 6 months.
Maybe...
What's stopping you?
Nothing. I mean... Let me think about it.
I feel bad because he's like, I gotta move on. I'm like, it has only been 6 months, my dude. And we are in the middle of a war. I think that you're allowed to be sad about your husband dying. For a while. Ashley?
Commander, we need to talk before you ship out. Things got pretty crazy.
A very fraught
I'm
6
trying
months.
to go over everything
Yes.
in my head. Make sense of it.
Your bandages were still fresh. How did you end up working with Udina?
You saw me in the hospital. I was going crazy. Felt like I was letting everyone down. When Udina offered to make me a Spectre, I thought it was a chance to do some good.
I couldn't just sit back and watch either.
Yeah. But it sure turned into a mess.
You followed your instincts and kept a clear head.
Doesn't feel that clear-headed now.
We stopped Udina and got to walk away. That's the important part.
I can't believe he was responsible for all of it. Was he indoctrinated?
It's hard to say.
How do we fight
Probably.
something that can worm its way into your head?
I don't know. But we don't have a choice.
No, we don't. I also wanted to tell you, Hackett offered me a position on his team.
Would you consider riding this out aboard the Normandy?
You're serious?
We need the best, Williams.
Okay, Commander. I'm in.
Good. Grab your gear.
I'll do that.
And Williams.
Yeah?
Keep your gun pointed at the Reapers.
Will do, Commander.
Ashley grows a lot. I like Ashley. I know that, I know you're not fond of her, but I like her.
Shepard, I got Anderson.
I didn't like her in the first one, but by the third one, she's grown a lot.
That SOB was always power hungry. But this?
He wasn't in charge. Cerberus was just using him to take control of the Citadel.
What the hell for?
I don't know. Not yet.
Could've been a lot worse.
You don't really have to worry about that.
Shepard stopped the
She's not very
assassination
useful.
attempt on Counselor Valorn.
What?
Your assassin. I'll have Hackett send you my reports on him.
You know him? I feel like Anderson knows everybody.
I take it you two have met.
Keeley Sanders and I had our share of run-ins with him. I shot him in both legs once. Thought that might be the end of him.
She is very military wife.
Stronger.
Elusive man patch him up?
That'd be my
I bet she collects Ray Dunn.
What they were able to do with you and Grayson. It's a safe bet Lang's even more dangerous now.
No big deal.
I'll take whatever advantage I can get against these bastards.
Their attempts may have had at least one unintended side effect.
I received word from the Asari Councilor. They're requesting an update on the Crucible.
Lang has them scared. Enough to send help?
Yes, the Asari and Solarians are both throwing in their support now.
How's your progress on the Crucible?
Good. Our estimates suggest we've completed nearly 50% of the known work.
So quickly.
Once decoded, the schematics are designed in such a way that allows our scientists to easily translate
It's a good
the
line.
information. It's not Prothean specific.
Are we any closer to understanding how to use it?
That's still open for debate. Utilized in the right fashion, our scientists are convinced it can generate enough energy to destroy the Reapers. The question is, how will it dispense the energy? And in what form?
You mean, how do you stop it from wiping us all out?
Exactly. We think the catalyst is the key to determining how to focus its energy, how to direct its energy at the Reapers alone.
I'm working on that.
You'll find the answers, Shepard. I'll send you an update on the schematics. And in the meantime, we'll keep building.
And we'll keep fighting. Make sure there's an Earth left to come back to.
You've always trusted me. I won't let you down.
We're still in this. The gods of war haven't given up on us yet.
Good luck, both of you. Anderson out.
Commander, the Turian fleet is stretched thin. We need more support ships. And Aquarians are willing to talk.
Understood, sir. I'll look into it.
Be careful. We've got reports of instability along the Geth border. Hack it out.
Super.
Shepard, do you have a moment? A contact within Asari High Command was insistent I pass on a distress signal to you.
Something they can't handle?
From what I can tell, they sent several commando squads to investigate. None of them returned. They didn't ask me directly, but I think High Command is hoping you might help.
What's your take on this?
That they wouldn't ask for help if it wasn't important. The colony's coordinates are on the galaxy map. I'll try to figure out what's going on.
Good times. Oh, let's look at our readiness rating. Okay, we are like halfway there. We are halfway there, baby. Yeah. Okay. Oh, nope, that's the wrong side. Love getting turned around in my war room.
Goddamn Cerberus bastards. And Udina too. Son of a bitch.
That's crap. Udina made a deal with the devil. He got what he deserved.
Yeah, you did.
Commander, I've got a lead on something interesting. Have you got a minute?
Commander, I've found something you need to see.
What have you got?
A group of Cerberus scientists cut ties and fled. Perhaps they finally realized they were on the wrong side. We don't know what they were researching, but they were among the Elusive Man's top scientists. They could help build the Crucible.
Maybe we could recruit them. Lots of Cerberus people think they're doing the right thing. I know I did.
And you were right, Commander.
We were never Cerberus.
What Cerberus is committing now. I was on Horizon when the Collectors attacked.
Really?
You'll recall I mentioned growing up in the Terminus systems. I was visiting my family at home. While the Alliance was running studies, you were saving me and my family.
Has the Alliance tried to make contact with the scientists?
They've been unable to find them, but they're searching. As is Cerberus. I've been monitoring Cerberus communications. I've charted signal frequency from various Cerberus cells by location and cross-referenced known ship movements.
You found them?
There's no way to be certain, but I've got a definite possibility.
Nice work. Put it on the map and I'll give it a look.
Thanks for your time, Commander.
Okay, let's read some emails. Oh my god, okay. Citadel interview, your cabin. The networks are going wall to wall with the coverage on the attack on the Citadel. Everyone's asking questions about Udina's death. Can I get an hour or so with you to talk about what happened? I'm thinking your cabin rather than the conference room so we don't get interrupted. I heard you knew the counselor personally. If you need some time alone or don't want to talk about it, just say the word. Meet me at the bar, from Jack. The students are kicking ass and taking names. They're keeping them on short rotation so they don't burn out, so we end up with lots of shore leave. Next time you hit the Citadel, come by Purgatory, I'll be there. If I'm not blowing shit up in the field. We already did that. Okay. Elysium, an evacuation shuttle nearly destroyed as it attempted to escape the Reaper-occupied colony of Elysium, was reportedly saved after a lone biotic worker intervened. The shuttle was carrying children who drew higher numbers on the colony's evacuation lottery, meaning they were not eligible to board the first wave of shuttles leaving the planet. Their shuttle was saved when the biotic, identified by authorities as Aresh Agdashlu, engaged Reaper forces that were preventing it from taking off. Agdashlu had a history of drug abuse and criminal activity and claimed to have survived a Cerberus camp on Pragia as a child. Witnesses said he killed several dozen Reaper creatures before he was overwhelmed, providing the shuttle just enough time to fly clear. So that was the dude that we spared from Jack's mission in ME2. Hope lives from Erdnot Bakara. I'm writing you from the Kelphic Valley onto Chunka. I wish you were here to see this. I'm watching Krogan pour in from across our entire planet, so many of them that I've lost count. They've all heard the news. We are finally free. The age of suffering is over. Never again will Krogan be afraid to give birth. Never again will they fear the pain and heartache it might bring. I think I'm gonna get the mod to delete Kylan. You should, DM. You should. He's such a little turd. While I don't know what fate ultimately has in store for my people, I can promise you your decision to believe in us will not be in vain. We will fight the Reapers for more than glory. We will fight them because we know there is a future for us after victory. The rest of my life will be devoted to traveling to Chunka and speaking aloud the words no Krogan has heard for nearly 2,000 years. There is reason to hope. This I owe to you, Commander. This I will never forget. From Adrian Victus. Dear Commander Shepard, Cerberus just ambushed a Turian cruiser full of high-ranking hierarchy officials. The cruiser managed to escape, but its location was top secret. Cerberus couldn't have located that ship without inside information, and the only other person who knew the cruiser's position was Volus Ambassador Den Korlak. I've heard ugly rumors of a bounty out for his head. My advisors insist I can't bring these accusations against Korlak myself. I admit they're right. The Turian and Volus economies are tightly intertwined, and now isn't the time for political crisis that would result. But the security of our fleets is at stake. I ask that you investigate Korlak in your capacity as a Spectre and find out if he is indeed a Cerberus mole. I forwarded information on his last known location to the Spectre office on the Citadel. Regards, Primarch Victus. Got a minute. Hey, Commander. This is from James. Just wondering if you've got some time in the near future. Nothing critical. Just wanted to chat. Vega. Kai Lang's dossier from Stephen Hackett. Shepard, as promised, here is what we have on Kai Lang. Name Lang Kai, date of Systems Alliance, military enlistment, November 14th, 2172. Age on enlistment 16, credentials faked. 2172, blah blah blah, I don't really care. Spotty, known as that the elusive man arranged for Lang's escape from prison, employing him as an operative for the next 10 years. Lang is now believed to be the elusive man's most trusted agent, working as an infiltrator and assassin. His cybernetic modifications appear to include Cerberus's Phantom class implants. Who cares? Priority. Commander Shepard, I'm ordering the Normandy into dry dock on the Citadel for much-needed repairs. She's seen a lot of action lately and needs a little TLC. And a small army of techs will take care of the details once you arrive, so let's get your crew out of there. You're all on shore leave, that's an order. We need everybody at their best. One more thing, Admiral Anderson has one apartment on the wards. Head over there when you arrive. I hear it's a nice place. Admiral Hackett. So we won't do the Citadel DLC, which is my favorite part of this whole game, until it's pretty much the end of the game, but it's something to look forward to. I'm gonna go... Let's do... We have...
sent word that she'd like to speak with you down in the med bay.
So I think we should do some, like, a mission, and then we'll do rounds and talk to everybody, because there's a couple of people we need to call up to our cabin and stuff, so... Let's go do a mission. Server abductions. I vote we either do... The Asari Colony one is good. Or we can do ex-Cerberus Scientist. That one's not as exciting, but it is not super long. Neither of these are very long. Anybody have any preference? I prefer the Asari colony, but I am fine with doing a less exciting one if people are tired. Okay, executive decision. Yeah, Colony is Samara's daughters. Whee! It's a really good one. It's also very scary. But it's good. Mini horror time, yes. Who's scared? I am! Lessus is an unpopular garden world with characteristics just outside of the comfort zone of its Asari population. Okay? Silent about Lessus. Normally, a garden world settled so long ago would be highly populated, but little light pollution can be seen on Lessus's night side. It's, how many people live there? Does it say? Population unknown. Alrighty. Oh, I wanted to look at the shotguns. Damage. How many? The grenade pistol? Probably. Let's look. This guy? Oh, this guy? The scorpion? I feel like it's probably the scorpion. Yep. Accuracy. And damage. I know Garrus wanted that. You always give it to Liara? Nice. Okay. She can also have it. Garrus always wants it too, so. Equip. What? No? Can he not have heavy pit? What? No? I do want to give him the... I bought him the Black Widow. Accuracy, blah blah blah. No, pistols. Damage. Yeah, pistols. Heavy pistols. Okay. Slam. Oh, damn it. Oh well.
Dig up any information on the mission, Liara?
I did, and I now understand why High Command wanted to hide it. We're headed to an Ardat Yakshi monastery.
Boom, baby.
Ardat Yakshi? Like Morinth?
Morinth chose to be a killer. These Ardat Yakshi isolated themselves to avoid that. But it doesn't mean they're harmless. Their urge to feed can be powerful. That's why High Command sent in commandos to investigate the monastery's distress signal.
So what does the Asari High Command want us to do?
If there was a chance the Ardat Yakshi could break loose, the commandos were to purge the monastery.
Purge? You mean destroy?
They would have brought heavy explosives with them, yes.
Rude.
Morinth was dangerous, but are the Ardat Yakshi this big of a threat?
Morinth was just hitting her stride. Ardat Yakshi who kill leave behind astronomical body counts. It's why they can never be free, and why they're such a great source of shame to the Asari. That's why High Command won't rest until this place is destroyed. They'd never risk a single Ardat Yakshi getting loose.
Don't assume anything. Maybe the Ardat Yakshi sent out the distress call. If the Asari want us to destroy this place, I need to know what happened.
Agreed. Once we give a report to High Command, they'll stop wasting lives here.
My visor's IR says this shuttle's warm. Recent visitor?
I don't know how this is a garden world, but okay. Okay.
Elevator disabled. To prevent entry or escape, I wonder.
Oh, we can already hear.
Sound. There's more than one out there.
A reminder, students are not allowed to visit each other's quarters or to meet in rooms unsupervised by staff. Students are also forbidden from extranet communication without approval by senior staff members. There are no exceptions to these rules. First offenders will have their free time revoked for a month. Further violations will be met with confinement. Our monastery is our shelter. For it to remain that way, we must make sacrifices. If we do this, I have faith that we can continue to enjoy the order and peace this place has given us. Matriarch Galay.
What was that?
Stay sharp. I heard something.
That was me. Sorry.
Garrus? Could you not kick stuff around?
Delay. You won't believe what Yanis managed to smuggle in. A copy of Vanya. Meet us after supper in the library. Bring some study work. Realist floor warden tonight, so act natural. We'll be by the East Video Banks. This is gonna be so great. See you there. Oh, and delete this once you listen to it. Not like last time.
Reapers. Looks like we know why the commando teams went silent.
This monastery's out of the way. What do the Reapers want with Ardat Yakshi? Anything useful?
A floor plan marked with the nav point location of a bomb. It's in some place called the Great Hall.
At least it's no surprise Nuke gone to Chunga, but the commandos want this place gone pretty badly.
Ardat Yakshi or not, evacuating this place would have saved a lot of lives. If there's no survivors, let's get to the Great Hall and set off that bomb.
I wanted to explore one of the rooms. To our staff and students, attached is our new daily schedule. Please note that wake-up time has been moved forward 15 minutes. Floor wardens can download chore lists later this week. Please say Matriarch Galai or myself if you have any questions or concerns. Sincerely, Superintendent Jethra. And they have, so their curfew is 10 p.m. Wake up at 5:30 a.m.? No, thank you. kiss my ass. Okay. Now we can move on.
Very good. I almost didn't hear you.
Samara?
It has been some time, Shepard. You are a most welcome sight.
Samara.
The corruption here runs deep.
What brings a Justicar out here?
My daughters have lived here for centuries, Garrus. I've come for them. Unfortunately, the Reapers had already infested this place by the time I arrived.
You met me hunting down your other Ardat Yakshi daughter. Are these ones just as dangerous?
Valer and Rila have followed the monastery's rules ever since they arrived. They've shown no inclination toward violence.
And you're here to save them?
They are my responsibility. And it's one that cannot be abandoned, even as our galaxy crumbles.
Let's go together. Maybe your daughters can tell us why the Reapers hit this place.
I suspect they will have much to tell us. It has been centuries since I last saw them. We're out of time. We'll meet again. I will draw these creatures off.
Wait! Let's go.
My name is Tashia Pore. I'm wounded. Bad. Give this to my bondmate, Weshra. Asked her to go to the Citadel and tell Weshra I love her. Tell her. Sorry we fought. I was an idiot. Didn't mean any of it, Weshra. Want you to have everything of mine, okay? Love you. I love you so.
This game's sad. This game's so sad.
It's too quiet. Are there any survivors?
This fight didn't last long by the look of it.
It wouldn't. The monastery only had a few guards to protect it. Not an army.
It's beautiful, though.
That one's new.
Oh, balls. Here we go. She scared me. Oh god. No, thank you. Ha 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 ha. I'm just in a silly, goofy mood. It's fine. This is fine. I'm fine. Oh, she's dead. Okay, thank God.
What have the Reapers done?
Seems they have been very busy. Banshees are so scary.
You came!
As soon as I was able. Shepard, this is Falere, my youngest. She and her sister Rila are Ardat Yakshi. They have
Mother,
been...
they have Rila!
What?
I saw some of those creatures take her into the Great Hall. I've been trying to get there.
What are the Reapers doing here?
Harvesting us. They're turning us into those monsters. Please, you can't let that happen to Rila.
The Asari thought the Ardat Yakshi were to blame for the attack.
This is our home.
Yep.
Most of us are grateful to be here. The monastery is a place Ardat Yakshi can achieve peace.
Falere speaks truthfully, Shepard. I vouch for her words, with pride.
Then we have to find Rila fast. The Great Hall has a bomb in it.
A bomb? What, didn't you come to rescue people?
We'll try, but we can't leave this place standing.
We did, but...
You sound like the Commandos. They didn't stop to help anyone.
Falere?
I'm sorry.
Falere!
Flare's like, I got shit to do.
The Great Hall. She's looking for Rila.
I wish I could float like that.
We'll meet you there.
Please be swift.
Scary.
Jethro, this is Galay. I've blocked extranet access. We don't need the students panicking about these Reaper rumors. Still, it will not hurt to tally our supplies. Please bring me an inventory before evening prayer. I'll contact Thessia later tonight to inquire what set the Asari to war. Go in peace.
You'd need a crowbar to pry those doors open. This place was beautiful before the Reapers came.
Yep, here we go. Oh, she's so close, so fast. No, thank you. First aid. Okay, phew. He's dead. I go check out this stuff. Jethra, I had the new girl put in a holding chamber. The Justicar who brought her to us, the Justicar for us, said she had trouble convincing the prisoner. Coming to the monastery was necessary. This may explain why the girl lashed out at her guards. She's lucky Flora wasn't there for that. The Justicar's code would have demanded an execution. I'll question some other Justicars on the level of coercion Flora's permitted to use by the code. This isn't the first time her captors arrived here terrified out of their wits, but it will certainly be the last. Jethra, I looked over this year's candidates for supervised visits to Thessia. I'm approving everyone but Giannis. She's impulsive, cunning, and worst of all, a romantic. Find me a worse combination to let outside our walls. I find it suspicious she was even nominated. Let's look into that and pray it's not Giannis manipulating another infatuation. It takes a great deal of time and effort to persuade Thessia's government to let our best students visit their own homeworld. Unless Giannis matures, she won't be among them. Like how I was like, I'm gonna stop fighting and just read this for a little bit. Ooh, what can I say? Who's shooting at me? There's one more. Dead now. Okay.
Another dead commando. Was she holding off Reapers, or was she left behind?
Commandos work as teams. She would have volunteered to guard this point.
Hope she took some down before she died.
Sad. Oh boy, I'm level 46. Hot dog.
There's our bomb.
And Falere.
Rila, wake up!
Falere, Rila cannot hear us.
Look, she's still alive.
I know.
Rila? Rila, can you hear me?
Falair, no! I mean, Rila, no!
Why did she do that?
Because they've begun to turn her into one of the Reaper's creatures.
I'm sorry. Can we set off that bomb?
Not without a detonator.
Commandos would have had one. We gotta find it.
Uh-oh.
Later.
There's so many. I hate it. Okay. Oh god. Oh, scary. Just running away, it's fine. Totally not scared. Oh god, she killed someone. Who'd she kill? Oh god, oh god, oh she's getting close. Y'all, please stop dying. No, no. No, no, you stay away from me. Nope. No, thank you. Pass. Hard pass. Did we kill one of them? I feel like we must have. Yeah, we did. Okay. Phew. Thank God. She is really gunning for me.
Let's get back to that bomb.
Bad time. Right.
Falair, go! Take the elevator! Rila, what are you doing?
It's too late for me. There are hundreds coming. Just go!
Move! No! Rila!
I love you.
Rila!
Sad.
Rila. There wasn't even time to say goodbye.
Few can break the Reaper's hold. Rila's will was extraordinary, as was her love for you.
We left her to die.
Rila made her choice, and it has reminded me of what is truly important. Why I swore I'd lay down my life.
What is that?
Falair, the code demands an Ardat Yakshi cannot live outside a monastery that no longer exists.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry, Shepard. By the Justicar's code, there is only one way to save Falair.
Mother, no!
My daughters, you were all so much stronger. Let go.
What are you doing?
Fulfilling the code.
By throwing your life away?
I won't kill my last daughter.
You won't have to.
Falair?
I'll stay here. Home. No matter what's become of it.
Don't die, you're so sexy.
Without a proper monastery, I could have left any time. I don't need a building to honor my own code. And if the Reapers return, they won't take me alive. I promise.
Poor Falair.
Then, the code permits you to stay, as you are. Once this war is over, and if I am able, I will visit, as a Justicar should.
I'd understand if you wanted to help Falair rebuild a home here.
It must wait now that I can help oppose the Reapers. I'll speak with Falair, then join your forces. If you'll have me, of course.
I'd be honored.
The honor is mine, my friend.
Everything's taken care of down here. Bring in the shuttle.
Right, Commander. I'll just follow the smoke.
I read your report, Commander. We had no idea the situation had deteriorated so quickly.
That's why I set off the bomb.
May the Ardat Yakshi find rest. What the Reapers did to them was monstrous. I had another team of commandos headed to the monastery who I can now formally transfer to Admiral Hackett's command. They'll serve you loyally, Commander. Farewell.
Commander, Admiral Anderson is available on VidCom.
Okay, let's do some rounds. Let's go up to my cabin. I think we have a couple of things to do up there.
I had a buddy who got discharged. Category 6 after Eden Prime.
At 6? Damn. Well, if I'd been on Eden Prime, I'd have lost it too.
He fought it, said he was still fit for duty. Last thing he told me was that he was joining Cerberus.
Oh no.
Commander, Dr. Chakwas sent word that she'd like to speak with you down in the medbay.
Okay, actually let's go talk to Joker first. Ooh, the door's closed. Guys?
The Turians will hold. Pound for pound, they're the best fighting force in the galaxy.
Pound for pound is irrelevant, given the significantly higher mass of Reaper forces overall.
That's why we're bringing in the Krogan.
Glad you talked Samara down.
I never thought I'd see her flinch from her duty.
I don't know. On one hand, that code's all she's had to live by for, God, centuries. And the galaxy goes to hell. The old rules don't cut anymore. I mean, we're cutting some corners, right?
A few.
Well, the Alliance can always court-martial us after we save the galaxy.
Mm-hmm.
Commander?
Talk to Edie.
Hello, Shepard.
What's on your mind, Edie?
The destruction of the Reaper on Tuchanka. It is rare for a technologically superior force to be destroyed by an inferior one.
Yeah, so now all we need is a gun that fires thresher maws.
That was a joke.
I'm sorry, Shepard. I was contemplating. The Reapers are more fallible than they proclaim. Despite its best efforts, the one on Tuchanka was destroyed by a worm. This has caused me to reassess the probable period of time before I am non-functional.
You're worried about dying?
In a sense. My processing power is consumed with calculations to help us combat the Reapers. But I can run those scenarios with the rest of the crew. May I ask you another question that troubled Jeff?
Here we go again.
What is the purpose of synthetic life?
It's not that different from organic life. A free-willed synthetic chooses what it wants.
But the purpose of organic life is to preserve itself long enough to replicate copies of its genes in succeeding generations. My purpose is not so clear. The other successful synthetic life forms that I have examined for comparison are the Gep and the Reapers.
Reproduction isn't all there is. We find meaning in the work we do. Good deeds we accomplish. Love.
I see. I will search my files on the biographies of humans to see if prominent figures follow the pattern you suggest. It appears many humans did in fact do so.
That was quick. Gotta love quantum computing.
Shepard, I will alter my processing power to give priority to your stated goals. Duty, altruism, love.
Wait, you're just gonna turn yourself good? Can you do that?
It should take some time. If I have further questions, I will speak with you again. Thank you.
What are you doing, Edie?
Monitoring reports of proton storms and other space weather. With the Reapers attacking the comm buoy systems, critical warnings may be lost.
How bad are these storms?
If we are warned, not bad. If we are not warned, very bad.
Thanks for
Brian's making some noise.
Commander, Chief Engineer Adams would like to speak with you down in engineering.
Where the hell is Javik?
Kenneth, do you ever think about when we were abducted by...
No, I don't.
Me neither.
Shut up, Ken.
Commander, remember the problem I mentioned? About a core overload possibly venting into the engineering compartment? Daniels, Donnelly, Edie, and I have been brainstorming and comparing notes.
You see, the venting occurs when IES sinks are in a back cycle. At the same moment, the main core is at peak draw, such as from sustained kinetic.
What Kenneth means to say is that we're pretty sure we can make the system safer.
We just need a GX-12 thermal pipe. Unfortunately, we're cut off from Alliance supply chains. Could you keep an eye out for one the next time you're on the Citadel, Commander? I've got the specs right here.
I'll look for one the next time we go to the Citadel.
Thanks, Commander.
Sure, no probs.
So, are you doing a story on the Asari who were turned into Reaper creatures?
The Ardat Yakshi? No.
I think that story would be perfect for you. The hidden dark side of the most beautiful race in the galaxy.
We have a huge Asari audience. If I do that story, I could lose them.
That seems a bit like pandering.
Ever seen how fast an e-democracy can abandon its allies?
No.
If I do my job, you won't. Commander, I've got some questions about the coup, but I'm online with my producer right now. Can we set up an interview in your cabin?
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna go down, talk to James and Du Bois.
I've always loved the M35 Mako. It's got heart, you know?
Oh, come on. The M44 Hammerhead is vastly superior.
Hammerhead
Oh,
sucks.
That thing's made of tissue paper. At least the Mako can take a few hits.
Yeah.
I'd hope so. That thing handles like a drunk rhino. No agility whatsoever.
That's what I like
More
about
like a
it.
bull that can climb and climb for days.
Yeah.
It only climbs because of its stupid, vertically aligned Mass Effect fields. Jump or stick. No speed. No lateral movement.
Hey, with a cannon like that, who needs to move?
Yeah.
If you want that, why don't you just stick with the old M29 Grizzly?
Hey, I love that tank.
You would be one to love grizzly bears, Mr. Vega.
What? What's so funny?
Bye, James. Face it. Yeah. Okay.
Never thought I'd be doing a combat drop onto the Citadel. I can't believe Udina. Great example to the other races, huh?
That's human ingenuity.
Next time you blow up a monastery, let me know you've left the premises, okay? I need to know if I'm picking up my commander in one piece or many. That last mission on Novaria shows why I love the Fleet.
All you did was drop them off and bugger out. How are you proud of that?
I seem to remember being shot at the whole time, and everyone coming back in one piece, Mr. Vega.
Yeah, next time Parker can come join the party, Esteban.
Okay, let's go talk to James.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me? Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Please tell me you're not being indoctrinated, James. I can't handle this right now. I can't handle indoctrination tonight. Okay, let's go to the crew deck. Actually, let's just do the cabin and then the crew deck. Because I have to call like 4 people up here. Look at my beautiful fish. The jellyfish. Beautiful. Alright. Invite Liara.
Liara, you had something you wanted to discuss in my cabin?
Yes, I'll be right up.
Come on in.
Thank you. Could we sit?
No.
I've been thinking about the knowledge we gathered on the Reapers, and how easily it could be lost again. So, I put a plan in motion to preserve things for the future.
What's this?
A record of the galaxy. Information on the Reapers, relays, different cultures, and blueprints of the Crucible. But there's one entry I wanted your opinion on.
Which one?
Your own.
That's me.
I'd be honored to have your input. How would you like history to remember you?
50,000 years is a long time for a computer to sit around.
Please, I was an archaeologist. I'm encasing these records in time capsules and seeding copies on multiple planets. And while it's not foolproof, the VI I'm installing has every translation and linguistics program I could find.
So it's an information guide like Vigil on Ilos?
Yes. I've been preparing it for some time.
And it will be a privilege to guide the future discoverers of these records.
Cliff.
Have you decided what you would like Dr. Tassoni to write in your entry, Commander?
You know me well enough to fill in the blanks, Liara.
Are you sure?
Yeah. I'd like it to be your call.
I'll start by saying Commander Shepard was born on Earth and fought harder than anyone else for her home world. The Commander was also a powerful biotic, nearly unstoppable when she charged into a fight. She was a soldier and a leader, one who made peace where she could. And it was a privilege to know her.
Careful this doesn't sound like a diary.
I can't help myself.
Liara, you simp.
You're a good friend, Shepard.
You've been there for me too, Liara.
No, I haven't. I wish I could have joined you back on Ilium.
You made up for it.
Well,
lovely, Liara.
I suppose I did just write your name in the stars.
I love all my friends. Okay, let's invite allers.
Trainer, can you send Diana up? She wanted an interview.
Right away, Commander.
Ready for a chat, Commander?
I'm ready.
Sure.
Commander, it's no secret that Council Space has suffered some serious losses to the Reapers lately. Now Cerberus has struck directly at the seat of our government. If something as small as a human terrorist organization can hit the Citadel, is anywhere safe?
Cerberus has limited resources. This coup attempt was likely the best they could do, and it cost them a lot of money and troops. A little fear is understandable, but it can't paralyze you. They've failed as many times as they've succeeded.
But humanity has lost its counselor. The Alliance Parliament is destroyed, and the Prime Minister's dead. The line of succession is getting pretty short. How long do you expect any new Alliance administration to last?
Leaders will rise. You can't lose hope. Our enemies won't rest until they've taken the last human being. Until then, we're not beaten. Right now, it's everyone's duty to step up.
All right. Now a question from Thessia. Commander, during your tribunal, some said you had Cerberus ties. Thanks for your time, Commander. This is Diana Allers for Battlespace. Good night, and stay strong.
Her bottom lashes upset me.
Commander. You keep feeding me like this, and I'll follow you home.
I think we're just fine in front of the camera.
Oh, did you think? Of course you did. Me and my big mouth. I'd better get out of here before I send another wrong signal. See ya, Commander.
Diana, I love what you're doing for the galaxy, but I just want to bone Turians. I mean, Garrus.
James, I've got some time if you want to talk privately.
On my way. Hey man, how's it going?
Good, James. You?
Good, good. Wow. So this is what I can look forward to when I get my own command.
Yeah, model ships and fish.
You want your own ship, Vega?
Yeah, maybe one day. When I'm
maybe
old
even
and I
a
can't
hamster.
fight with shit anymore.
You just come up here to make fun of your commander.
Sorry, no. I guess maybe I got some things on my mind. I wanted to get your opinion on something.
Shoot.
What did you do when they asked you to join the N7 program? I mean, was it a no-brainer for you, or did you think about it before accepting?
The N7 program is a big deal, but it's also a big commitment.
I hear that.
You get the best training, best equipment, best assignments.
And they expect the best in return.
Yes, they do. Why are you asking?
Well, even all the shit that's going on, somebody somewhere managed to track me down and forward an N7 commendation. It's dated the same day the Reapers attacked Earth.
You don't sound too thrilled.
Well, aside from the fact that there won't be an N7 program if we don't win this war, being a soldier's the only thing I've ever been really good at. And not because I try. Hell, I'd have kicked my ass out years ago. Last time I had a command, I lost almost everyone. And they promoted me for it. I guess I'm just not sure if I'm ready to lead again. I don't know if I want that responsibility.
You mentioned that before. What went wrong?
What didn't go wrong? We were out on patrol, checking on some strange readings, and the collectors hit. But they hit the colony first. By the time we got back, most of the colonists had been subdued or abducted, including our CO, Captain Tony.
So you were in charge?
Yeah. We laid low for a bit, waiting for a chance to strike, but before we could, we were betrayed. One of the colonists turned out to be a Cerberus spy working with the collectors. I had no choice. I killed him and destroyed the collector ship. But it got ugly. We lost most of the colonists and all but one of my squad. Not exactly a textbook operation.
You can't blame yourself for being put in a tough situation. And if you were promoted, then something must have gone right.
Sure, but...
If you'd saved them all, would things have worked out better?
I don't know. I don't think so.
The right choice is usually not the easy one.
Yeah. Did you know that before you joined the N7?
Yep. That's why I was asked. And it's why they asked you. There is not a single N7 that hasn't sacrificed either themselves or their soldiers at some point.
So you think I should accept?
Assuming we survive this, that's a no-brainer. You're a damn good soldier, Vega. Don't waste that opportunity.
I'll think about it. Seriously. If you don't mind, maybe don't mention this to anyone else.
I'm gonna tell everybody.
Gracias. Well, I think I better get back to the hangar. Things here, it's a little too soft for me.
The bed's a lot harder than it looks.
Are you flirting with me, Lola?
No.
I'm going. Thanks again, Shepard.
Anytime.
How many of you ding-dongs are gonna come up here and flirt with me? Found something from Miranda Lawson. Shepard, I discovered a few things about my sister. It's bad. But there's something else going on. I'm back on the Citadel. I'll find a place to meet and send you a nav point when you get there. Take a break. Oh, yeah! Yes! Next time we're going on a date. Alright, from Garrus Vicarian. Shepard, I thought next time we're at the Citadel, maybe we could take a break. Can't fight a war without a little R&R once in a while. I'll be hanging around C-Sec near the shuttles if you're interested, Garrus. Headed for the front lines. From Samara to Shepard. I finished my business on Lessus. I would offer to... Your woo. Offer to travel once again with you on the Normandy, but the code dictates I join the fight where it is most dire. While you do your essential work, I will do my best to help hold the front. Before I depart, I'll return to the Citadel for a short time to prepare. If it does not interfere with your duties, come find me there, Samara. From Karine Lamas. Commander Shepard, as of an hour ago, Asari High Command has assigned my squad to support you. We will ride with this second fleet until it's time to deploy. If you'll allow me a personal note, I knew a few of the commandos who went down to that monastery. Nothing will bring them back, but hearing that place went up in smoke is the only good news I've heard in weeks. Ready to serve, Captain Corrine Lamas. Getting away from work. From Liara. Shepard, I need an excuse to tear myself away from all these monitors. Come see me the next time we dock on the Citadel. Javik. Commander, I find this messaging system to be outdated and clumsy. I assume Specialist Trainer was joking when she said I had to type letters to form words. I want to visit the Citadel the next time we travel there. In my lifetime, it had been captured by the Reapers. If you would like to join me, I will be in the area where the embassies are located. I believe this concept of galactic control shared among races is a lie. Okay. Alright, Javik. So cheerful. Alright. Let's go talk to our friends. And then I'll probably end the stream for the night.
Hey, Commander. I dug out some letters my youngest sister wrote when she was in high school. She was having a hard time. Teen drama and all that. Just needed her big sis. I guess with everything that happened down there, I just wanted to read them again. You sure make some unusual friends, Shepard. That is not a side of the Asari I ever want to see.
Fair.
Shepard?
Okay. Done talking to Ashley. Check.
Everybody was fighting the Rachni, trying to push them back through the relay. Finally, the Krogan were turned loose and stopped them.
I see.
But when the Krogan rebelled, we had to deploy the genophage to stop them. Wasn't the only rebellion. 1,000 years later, the Geth revolted against the Quarians. That was a whole other war. Then along came the humans. My own people tangled with them for a while, and now, to top it all off, we've got the Reapers. What about you?
The Ouroboros fought the Densorin. The Andoromai conquered the Vandomai, and the Jatil turned against the Jar.
So, I guess nobody really ever gets their act together.
Nope.
The Sinreal claimed to have found the path to eternal peace.
What happened?
The Ditaka preferred war and wiped them out.
I hope you guys had alcohol.
Some of the crew seem shocked by the monstrosities we have encountered. They haven't seen what the Reapers could corrupt after 100 years. That was our war. Every battle conjured a new nightmare. This human holds such childish views of war. Your species has much to learn. Commander.
Samara's the kind of soldier we need in this war. Nothing gets in her way. I just hope I'm not in her way someday. That woman means business.
Yeah, she'll fuck you up.
Now it's a mutated Asari. The Reapers are just a giant nightmare factory that never ends. I can only imagine what the Reapers are doing to the Drell. Or the Hanar. Or the Vorcha. This could get a lot worse before it gets better.
Yup.
Shepard.
Oh, the Vorcha. I hadn't even thought about what Vorcha Reapers would look like. Ooh.
It's a brilliant tactic, when you think about it.
But it's evil.
When has that ever mattered in war?
Yeah, but converting other life forms into Reapers? I can't wrap my head around that.
Makes sense to me. It ensures you never run out of cannon fodder. Eliminates any local resistance. And for every soldier you add, your enemy loses two. The one you converted, and his buddy on the other side who can't pull the trigger on a friend.
You sound like you admire them.
Same way I admire a virus or a thresher maw. They've adapted perfectly to their situation.
But the Reapers want to destroy us.
And I have no intention of letting them. But if you don't respect your enemy's capabilities, you're in for one nasty surprise after another.
They're the ones that are like, yeah! You know? Shepard! Yeah. I can't even do a really good impression of them. They look like weird goblins.
May I speak with you, Commander?
The demons!
Commander,
yeah, the demons.
An opportunity has come to my attention that may interest you.
What's going on, Doctor?
Refugees arrived at the Citadel recently in possession of military-grade medical supplies and equipment. In reviewing our inventories, I determined we have an excess of medical supplies to treat contagion, exposure, and malnutrition.
They're equipped to help injured soldiers, and we have supplies to help suffering refugees.
Precisely. Perhaps you could ply your charms to broker a trade.
Isn't this something you could do yourself?
War profiteering is running rampant, and these refugees are wary of the Alliance military. They didn't trust me. But you are Commander Shepard, the hero. You could persuade them.
Okay.
I'll find the refugees as soon as I can.
Speak with Tactus. Many of the refugees near the Citadel docks look to him for leadership. Thank you, Commander. With access to their equipment and materials, I believe I could increase the effectiveness of our Medigel.
Neato. So Garrus isn't in his usual spot. He's hanging out with Javik and that crewman.
Per your orders, I have the latest reports on the Council, Doctor. Their security is in disarray, but it would still be weeks before we could attempt to position any agents in their personal staff.
And it's far too risky after Udina's coup. Postpone those deployments.
At once.
The emergency fund's gone, sir. We don't have the credits to hire enough ships to evacuate the colony before the Reapers get here. Not what the prices their captains are asking for. Legion's doing his own thing. We will catch up with him soon. Him and Tally. They left an hour ago. They said it's too much of a risk to come back, did they? Yes, sir. Here. This is a pass key, sir. An inventory? Phillips, I'm authorizing you on behalf of the City Senate to seize any and all Ezo stockpiles in our treasury in order to secure safe passage for our citizens on any available ships. These look like private stockpiles. Senate members' stockpiles. I'm foregoing re-election. Now get us those ships. I don't know what that's a reference to.
Poor Rila. But I'm glad she set off that bomb, Shepard.
You're not upset the monastery was destroyed?
No. Not after what I saw. I don't care that they were Ardat Yakshi. To be turned into such creatures, nobody deserves that. Ready for the next mission?
Oh, okay.
Please, enjoy your day.
No! I mean, okay. Alright, well that's that's it, pretty much. We went and talked to everybody. I think that's where we're going to end the stream. Oh, Garrus mentioned something about you two having some fun next time you're on the Citadel. She didn't say it out loud, though.
Nice to see you again.
How are you settling in, trainer?
I actually feel somewhat useful. It's been challenging to integrate data feeds for the War Summit.
How are the systems holding?
Well, I'm glad we performed stress tests.
Specialist Trainer has been extremely helpful. The accuracy of our war room data is a direct result of her work.
Thank you, Edie. I'm still getting used to all of this. In the lab, we'd hoard everything, piles of tech everywhere. Out here, it's like living out of a shoebox.
Life on an active ship always feels crowded at first. You'll get used to it.
Oh, it's not a bad thing. I've got no problems getting cozy. This is wonderful. Back in the lab, we had to hoard because we had no budget. Now, Edie, Ariake Tech uses a proprietary smart processing algorithm that could clean up our long-range data. Can we license it?
We can. Analyzing and applying the upgrade now. The algorithm should reduce long-range strategic combat data analysis time by 3%.
Impressive.
If it means getting the equipment I need, I can quite happily live out of a shoebox.
So next time we will go do some more missions, but we will also probably start off at the Citadel and do a couple of like little mini things, and then we will go on the date with Garrus, and that will be tomorrow night at 8 p.m. So look forward to it, everybody. We're gonna go on our special date with our boy Garbo. As always, thank you for joining. If you haven't followed, go ahead and do that. I would appreciate it. I stream every Monday and Friday at 8 p.m. until about 11, and then occasionally on weekends and like every other Wednesday. I think this Wednesday I'll be streaming. You can find me at Glitterfangs on Tumblr, or not Tumblr, Instagram, Glitterfang Art on Twitter, and a couple of other places. Pretty much just look Glitterfang. Alright, night-night everybody. Thanks for stopping by.